Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really zeroing in on something fundamental for heavy industrial operations,
hmm
the absolute necessity of, well, quality components and having a supply chain you can actually rely on.
Couldn't agree more. It's foundational.
We've pulled together quite a bit of material here, sources looking closely at Champion Industrial Products, and also highlighting why a supplier like PEEnergy.com positions itself as, well, the place to get these critical parts.
Okay.
So our mission really in this deep dive is to pull out those key insights. Why specifying Champion and doing it through a dedicated supplier can have such a big impact on operations. Costs, safety, the whole picture.
Yeah, it's a critical connection to make.
Because fundamentally, the whole operation, its heartbeat relies on the gear, right?
Absolutely.
And just one weak component, maybe a subpar spark plug, an iffy igniter, it can spiral. Huge downtime, massive costs.
Oh, definitely. Procurement managers lose sleep over that stuff.
Exactly. And it puts operations, safety teams, everyone on edge, especially if you're in, say, oil and gas, heavy industry, utilities, those tough environments.
Unforgiving is the word the sources use, and it fits.
And the sources are clear, trying to cut corners on maintenance. That's just asking for trouble. A one-way ticket to preventable disaster, really.
And that leads right into why top performers, the leading operations, insist on Champion. We're talking their world-class spark plugs, ignition solutions. There's a reason.
Yep.
There's like a solid engineering reason behind it. So what's really interesting is digging into what about this brand, these specific products, makes them so indispensable in these unforgiving conditions on Earth, as the sources put it.
Yeah.
That's the real question, isn't it? What's the specific engineering edge?
Okay, let's unpack that then. What does set Champion apart? I mean, it's probably the most recognized name for plugs, igniters, ignition harnesses.
It really is.
And the reputation is built on performance in extreme environments. Refineries, pipelines, massive generators, heavy manufacturing lines.
Places where failure is just not an option.
Right. So what's the specific difference maker?
Well, it's not just about being tough. It's how they achieve that toughness. The insight here isn't just Champion is rugged.
Yeah.
It's deeper.
Okay.
The sources emphasize they're engineered for brutal runtimes, extreme temperatures, and dusty, punishing environments.
Right.
So it's not just general robustness. It's like anticipating specific failure modes you see in these tough industrial settings, building them smart.
Building them smart. I like that.
Yeah, specifically to, extend service life, reduce those unplanned stops. And that directly means reliability that lowers your risk, which leads to longer intervals between changeouts
Yep.
and just plain fewer failures. It's engineered peace of mind, straight off the shelf.
And that hits right where it counts for our listeners, doesn't it? Less risk for the operations directors, for the safety managers, procurement folks.
Precisely. We're talking reduced mean time to repair,
Right.
higher asset utilization, lower total cost of ownership because you're extending those maintenance cycles.
These aren't just fuzzy benefits. They're measurable impacts on efficiency.
Exactly. Real operational gains.
Okay, so let's get more specific. Let's look at the actual Champion products our sources are highlighting for these demanding applications. First up, Champion world-class spark plugs.
The backbone.
Yeah, described as the backbone of heavy equipment, generator sets, mission-critical rigs. Industry leaders see them as insurance against breakdowns.
That's a powerful
It
statement.
is.
Yeah.
And the REM38S fine wire spark plug gets mentioned repeatedly. Built for piston engines in the toughest fleets, delivers consistent power, reliable starts, even in hostile environments.
Okay, the REM38S.
So for the engineers listening, what's the actual differentiator there? What makes it work when others might, give up? Is it materials, electro design?
It's usually a combination. That fine wire part is key.
Oh, so.
Typically, it means a smaller center electrode, often made of a precious metal like platinum or iridium. This design lets you get a sharper, more focused spark with less voltage needed. So more reliable ignition, more consistent.
Ah, I see.
It's about optimizing that energy transfer and just keeping it performing over the long time, even if things get, sooty or pressures are high.
Yeah.
That's why they're critical in aviation and industrial engines, both OEM and aftermarket.
Got it. Okay, then there are the FAA PMA-approved slick harnesses by Champion for situations where you need maximum spark energy, period.
Non-negotiable situations.
Exactly. And FAA PMA-approved, that's a big deal, right? Means they've passed rigorous Federal Aviation Administration tests. meets or exceeds original equipment standards.
Yeah, a high bar for safety and performance.
The sources specifically call out the M2828 and M1780 Gray Complete Champion Slick Ignition harnesses.
M2828 and M1780. Okay.
Designed, they say, to shrug off high heat and vibration, working hard daily in aviation, gas compression, turbocharged processes. How does that robust design help the user day to day?
Well, shrugging off heat and vibration means less signal loss, better insulation integrity over time. These harnesses are built to consistently deliver the energy from the magneto to the spark plug. No weak links. That means fewer misfires, more efficient combustion,
And that translates to
direct cost savings, better fuel burn, less wear on other parts. The sources say they offer more energy than required, like having a surplus ally, a buffer for demanding conditions.
a buffer. Okay, good way to put it. And the last one highlighted is the Champion Series 21 Igniter and LED.
Ah, yes, the Series 21.
This one's supposed to turn weak sparks into blistering ignition performance. And it has a patented design to streamline installation and service.
Interesting.
Ideal for cycle plants, high-performance reciprocating engines. So how does that patented design actually help with uptime and cutting labor during maintenance?
Well, that patented design likely points to innovations in, say, the connection points or maybe the internal structure of the igniter itself, making it tougher against heat cycles, vibration,
Okay.
which means it's probably easier, quicker to install and remove. That cuts down labor hours during those really critical maintenance windows.
Less time fiddling in the field.
Exactly. Less troubleshooting, more certainty during plant shutdowns. What's really striking here is how each of these components isn't just a part number. It's an engineered fix for a specific high-stress problem in industrial gear. They're designed to stop failures before they happen, to keep older equipment running longer and make newer stuff run better, like breathing new life into equipment, as one source put it.
That level of specific engineering is impressive, but let me play devil's advocate for a second.
Go for it.
Does this intense specialization maybe limit where they can be used? Or maybe more importantly for procurement folks, does it come with a big price tag?
That's a fair point. The sources don't give us direct price comparisons,
Okay.
but they heavily imply that the cost of failure in these extreme environments just dwarfs any upfront component cost.
Right, the downtime cost.
Precisely. They position these parts as an investment
Mhm.
in uptime, in safety, not just an expense line item. It's not about being the cheapest. It's about being the most reliable when reliability is everything.
Makes sense. And like you said, reliability is key. But knowing the champion name, even having the best part, doesn't help if you can't get it when you need it, especially in critical ops.
Absolutely. The supply chain is just as vital.
And that's where our sources really point to pe-energy.com as that crucial link. So let's dig into why they're highlighted, what makes them stand out, starting with their inventory approach,
Okay.
the supply side.
Yeah. First off, their wholesale buying power and deep inventory. Sources say their champion stock runs deep and the pricing is negotiated for industry.
Good combination.
And apparently they can move faster than the big catalog companies for wholesale orders. Need 10 parts tomorrow, or maybe 500 for a major shutdown. They can handle it. That kind of responsiveness is huge.
And crucially, the inventory you see online, it's real inventory, not just wishful thinking, ready to ship. How does that kind of real-time stock and bulk capability actually help a big industrial client?
Oh, it tackles the biggest headache in industrial procurement. Waiting for parts while machinery sits idle.
Right.
When something critical fails, every single hour costs money. Serious money. PE Energy, having deep, real inventory, means certainty. You're not just hoping. You know it's there.
So better planning, fewer emergency fees.
Exactly. And less risk of relying on some shaky supplier. It's proactive inventory management that directly cuts operational risk.
They also talk about comprehensive OEM and aftermarket coverage. Important distinction. The sources emphasize PE Energy has the full champion catalog. Doesn't matter if it's for legacy infrastructure or next-gen automation. Compatibility across the board. What's the real value of getting both OEM and aftermarket from one place?
Flexibility and continuity. It's huge. Think about it. Most plants have a mix of old gear and new systems, right?
Sure, yeah.
Being able to get the whole range of champion parts, original spec, and qualified aftermarket from one supplier, that simplifies things immensely. No juggling vendors, no compromises on quality for older machines.
Consistency across the whole plant's assets.
Exactly. Streamlines the supply chain for what are often really complex operations.
And it's not just about shipping boxes. Their technical know-how, the after-sale support, seems key too.
Definitely.
Their team is described as seasoned pros who get granular on specs. Every plug, harness, industrial supply, they're ensuring compliance, performance. How does that technical backup actually help the maintenance team out in the field?
It's about preventing expensive mistakes and making things more efficient.
Okay,
I mean, with highly specialized equipment, knowing the exact specs, the right way to install a part, it can get complicated.
for sure.
So their tech team basically acts like an extension of your own team, making sure you not only buy the right part, but install it correctly.
Right.
The sources say zero runaround, only straight answers for follow-up questions, comprehensive technical support for installation and maintenance. It reduces the risk of using the wrong part or installing it improperly, which could lead to, early failure or even equipment damage.
That's real value add. Finally, they talk about simplified procurement. They want to cut through the usual complexity.
Music to a procurement manager's ears.
Right. No endless phone trees, no 3-week special order lead times, no mystery pricing.
The common frustrations.
Exactly. The process they outline is search inventory, get personalized pricing for bulk or regular buys, use their expert support, then order, ship, track it in real time, and succeed. In today's world, with supply chains getting more complex, how much does that simplification matter?
It's massive.
Yeah.
Fundamentally, it lets people make better, faster decisions.
How so?
Industrial buying can get so bogged down in red tape, opaque processes. By making the buying journey clear, predictable, and supported, PE Energy lets procurement teams focus on being strategic, not just pushing paper.
Okay.
That level of clarity and streamlined service, it's a major differentiator when efficiency and avoiding downtime are paramount. It really feels like a shift from just selling parts to being a strategic partner.
That really sums it up, doesn't it? It means procurement managers can actually count on timely wholesale deliveries. And safety managers, maintenance engineers, they have the technical backup they need to keep things running smoothly. It's not just what you buy, it's how you buy it and who you trust to get it to you.
The whole ecosystem matters.
So wrapping up, we've really unpacked how Champion products are specifically engineered for those incredibly tough industrial demands, focusing on that design for reliability.
We're about the engineering focus.
And how a dedicated supplier like PEEnergy.com aims to provide not just the parts, but seamless access and that crucial support structure.
It's a necessary partnership.
It really drives home that it's more than just purchasing components. It's a strategic choice, one that directly impacts costs, safety, overall efficiency.
Absolutely. Which leads me to a final thought for you, the listener.
Okay, let's hear it.
In this world where industrial demands just never stop, right? And as the sources say, every day lost is a day your competition gets ahead. How strategically vital is it, really, to partner with a supplier whose commitment to quality, to logistics, to support is just as strong, just as robust as the champion products they deliver?
That's a great question.
Think about it. Does your industrial future just deserve parts arriving eventually? Or does it deserve a champion, both the product and a champion-grade supplier, working together to guarantee that continuous, optimized performance? Something to consider.